Hi all. So for this video tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to find right fit journals for your specific manuscripts. So we're going to start on Mason's University Library site. So this should look very familiar to you. So we are going to look specifically for SagePub. So there's a couple ways that we can find this. We can go directly to databases and we can search resources by subject and look through education, but we are actually going to just use a shortcut and use the letter S to find SagePub. And we're going to click Sage Journals Online. So SagePub hosts many of the prominent journals within special education, including Teaching Exceptional Children, Journal of Special Education, Remedial and Special Education, and many others. So we are going to kind of browse through SagePub first to kind of find a journal that would work best for the type of manuscript we have. So if you know the specific journal that you're looking for, you can literally just type it into Sage Journals in an advanced search, or you can browse journals by discipline. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to click Social Sciences and Humanities. And within this, you see all of the journals within Sage Journals that are alphabetized A through Z within Social Sciences and Humanities. So we are going to narrow our search and look specifically for special education. So within subject, we're going to click and look for special education. And this is really going to narrow our search a lot. So you see, again, it's alphabetized A through Z, and you see that there's a lot of different types of journals. So you see intervention in school clinic, exceptional children, etc. So we are going to look specifically at teacher education and special education, or TEAS. So we're going to click on that. So once we're here, you look at these separate tabs. So you see there's a section for journal home, for browsing journal. This is where you can look at the current journal or the current issue of the journal, all issues. And then for journal info, this is where you see a lot of the prominent information. So a description of the journal, aim and scope, submission guidelines, etc. So this is where a lot of the information that we are curious about will be housed. So under here, we're going to look specifically at the journal description first, just to give you an idea about what the journal is. So Teacher Education and Special Education creates a research forum dedicated to the preparation and professional development of teachers, scholars, and leaders and other support personnel who serve children, youth, and adults with disabilities and their families. So you also see what types of research and publications that it's most interested in. So TEAS publishes original, quantitative, and qualitative research, systematic reviews of the literature, theoretically grounded position papers, etc. So when we're looking specifically for aim and scope, we would go to journal info under aims and scope. So for aims and scope, the aim clearly communicates the objective or purpose of what the journal is trying to accomplish. So you see that Teacher Education and Special Education is the official journal of the Teacher Education Division, or TED, of Council for Exceptional Children. And you see it gives the primary purpose of TED, but then it gives you the primary purpose of TEAS. So it's, again, to support the goals of TED and to stimulate in-depth reflection of the critical issues shaping the future of teacher education and special education. So then the scope defines how the journal will accomplish the aim. So teacher education and special education will accomplish the aim by publishing, and then again, the original quantitative and qualitative research, and so forth. So something that's really important to kind of think about is when you're looking at your manuscript and you're trying to determine, is my manuscript a good fit for this? On the left-hand side, I've added some questions to kind of consider when we're looking at determining if the manuscript is a good fit for a specific journal. So once you've read the journal's aim and scope, considering the following points. So is your research relevant to the research audience of this specific journal? So for example, you have to consider whether the language is too technical for a journal that has a large general readership, or if your research is too country specific for a journal with a global audience. So are the journal's readers experts in several subjects or more specialized in one? So again, really thinking about your aim and scope of the journal and the audience, you have to make sure that the research is relevant to your specific audience. The second point, if your manuscript type is appropriate for the journal. So again, you have to determine whether your manuscript matches the type of manuscripts that the journal is looking for. So for example, I just submitted a practitioner piece to a journal called Educational Leadership. So teacher education and special education would not have been a good fit for me because it's not empirical, it's not looking specifically at a review of literature, again, so it's not matching the scope of the journal. And the third point is your work too similar to other articles in the journal. So your manuscript needs to be a good fit, but the journal may not accept your article if there are too many similarities with existing articles. So again, your manuscripts and your research are really to extend the research or really highlight a different area that hasn't been researched a lot before. So again, thinking about your manuscript, how is your research really kind of going beyond what is already in existence? So the next video is going to be focused specifically about submitting your article to your best fit journal.